am feeling a little bit better. What time is it? It's about 1:55, and I woke up, got my teeth brushed and everything, and now I'm sitting down finishing this corset for my daughter. Um, we're supposed to have been taking Mother's Day pictures, but we didn't get to take them because they felt like it was going to be really busy. So we get to do it this weekend. So I had a little time to relax, and then too my hands was hurting me. Let's see how many rows I did. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, I did 6 extra rows, and then I'm just gonna attach it. This is the middle one. I'm gonna start the attach in the middle of this. Gonna flip it in the middle. But you guys, it feels good to finally begin my life back on track after I was betrayed. You know, betrayal can knock you down, and it takes a while to get back up. And the betrayal for me, um, it really messed with my life. You know, I end up with chronic illness from the stress, and so I'm just now being able to. And it's been wow, almost 10 years. It's been more than 5. I did 2018. I left. This is 26. So I can't even do the math in my head. But it's been a while since I've been single, and I'm happy, you know. But I finally feel like I'm getting back to myself. But I need to get a job or start selling some of my creations here online, or maybe start a little store or something like that. You know, life after um, a disaster, or after you've been betrayed and you were the one to take the hit because you didn't know. Um, you know, it's going to take you a little time to get back up and on your feet. And I'm finally getting back up and on my feet. Okay, so that's going to be the attachment for the got to go over to the other side. So now I just got to figure out for her her corset. I don't like necessarily always cutting a thread. And then maybe I'll do another stitch. But yeah, this is, and you never know after you be betrayed what you gonna get back up to. You know, depending on how big the betrayal was and the explosion was. And my betrayal was really, really big for me. Um, so I was 18 when I met him. He was 26. And I was in gear, going. But shoot, by the time we got done doing what we was going to do, my sister girl ended up with bad knees and all kind of stuff going on. But I'm still here. You know, that's the thing. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, that the betrayal didn't take me out, you know, life wise. You know, I'm still here. And even some of the people that betrayed me, why they not here? What? Yes. The whole family of them. The betrayers. God is real. Yep. And then now, the one that they use, he got to sit back and watch a sister girl watch the table being set for her. God is real. He's no respecter of persons, but you come up against his. You know, we don't know who rocking with who, what lineage they from. But you better you better recognize what attracted you to that person is the same thing that God is admiring that He made in that person. Should I say it again? I may be down and out, but maybe this was my pot in life. This is why I came here to do and to finally end what's been going on for a long time. You know, people been getting away with it and getting away with it and getting away with it. And now God is tired, you know. He said, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. People don't think that, oh, they not anointed, they not of God, you know, oh, they for the streets, or they do this, or they don't do it like us. Why? No, we don't hurt people. We don't listen to people cry and do nothing. We the ones that's gonna do something. We hear people crying. We not just gonna say, oh, or just you see somebody crying on the street, you think that I'm just gonna continue to walk past them. No, I will say, are you okay? Do you need some help? Can I call someone? But sometimes some people, they don't want to be them ones. They laugh at you, you know. Look at them over there crying. Yeah, I made them fall. I did that to them. But do you know who they attached to? Do you know who they people are, where they come from? Just because you don't believe like they believe, don't mean that they're wrong. So, you know, I had to go call my big brother. I said, you know what? I said, they over here picking at me and laughing at me because I fell, you know? He was like, that's all right. That's all right. Don't trip. He said, we got you. And he said, I'm going to take you. I'm going to allow them to see something. All those ones that they think that they have done something and taken something away from you, they're going to be sitting at the table and they're going to have to watch you. So trust me, the ones that think that they're going to hurt you the most, watch what God would do. Would clap back, how He comes out for you. I didn't say nothing. I just prayed to God. And then I did go to church and try to ask, you know, the people at church to help me to pray for me. You know, they wouldn't even pray for me as I was going through. I didn't know. I did want to do this right. I did want to do this right. And I thought I was doing this right. You know, just one man. But that man, it's just not that woman who goes searching for a man. It's the man who finds a wife, finds a good thing, and obtain favor from the Lord. Oh my God. No, he was looking for someone to play. Oh my God. Did he find the right one to play with? Did he find the right one to play with? Not that I did anything. I took the beating. I took the beating. I was 18. He was 26. And all I wanted to do was please the Lord. That's all I wanted to do was please the Lord. You know, from that desire of wanting to just be right and please the Lord, it got me into a space or into a place where I really found out what calling on God was. You know, having to listen to His voice, you know, and I had to get to know Him. I had to spend time with Him in His Word, you know, because I couldn't understand why all the things that I was going through, like I was, you know. Man would tell you, you do it for me, then I'll do it for you. And then your turn would never, ever come. They will leave you broke down, no money, want to put you in an apartment after you then lived in two houses, two, three houses, and you want to put me in an apartment and leave me there while I'm in a wheelchair? I'm the one who's sick. Not that, I was just physically sick, but then he wanted to tell the story, oh, that I was mentally sick. No, you know why I'm mentally sick? Because I'm dealing with an entity that's stressing me out. And it's hard to tell somebody what you're going through. When you're going through a bad marriage, it's hard to tell someone what you're going through. They just look at you and say, oh, that's you. You got yourself there. But what if the person is, doing stuff against you that's not morally right? It's hard for you to explain. He won't talk to you. He come home and no dinner, no nothing. He's sitting there quiet to himself, just kick back watching TV. He make dinner for himself, but nobody else. And you trying to figure out what is going on. And then he's sitting there just in peace and with his hands behind his head watching TV, and you spazzing out because why won't you talk to me? What did I do? What did I say? But then, to you not knowing what's going on, your child is recording you spazzing out because oh boy won't talk to you. And you trying to get him to talk to you, but he's ignoring you, acting like you're not there. But okay, so who sound like the crazy one? You, because you want to talk? The betrayal was so immense and so planned out so well. I didn't know. I didn't know. I wish I would have known. My dad died when I was only 11 years old, so I didn't have a dad to tell me, you don't chase a man. You don't do for a man first. You guys got to do this. It got to be reciprocal. He has to come after you. Not you waiting on him, or he trying to tear you down while you going to school and his family pushing. Hello, Yeah, I'm gonna have to call her back. I'm crocheting right now, and then I feel like I just needed to talk because if betrayal was so real, and how they get you to isolate yourself from wanting to be around people because the craziness is just crazy. I don't want to fight nobody. I don't want to, if I gotta fight you or you getting people to want to fight me, we don't need to be around each other, right? How could a person say they never seen something so beautiful or something, go to school and work and take care of their kids, but then yet you want to tear it apart? You want to tear it down. You have no thought in loving that person. You just want to stop that person from doing what they was doing. But God is always watching as well. My heavenly Father is always watching, because what I didn't know, I did go off of what I knew, but I continue to talk to the Lord. I continue to talk to him. He took my earthly father and he gave me himself. So he said that he was a father to the fatherless, right? So I talked to God and I couldn't understand, but God said, you really want to know? My sister always used to ask me, you really want to know? You really want to know? And I'm like, yes, I really want to know. Quit asking me, do I really want to know, and tell me. Lord, lo and behold, when I did find out, when it did go down, when I was the one in the wrong, and my heart was broken. But he walked away with over $50,000 in his pocket. I the same. But then you have to be careful about getting in relationships with people you don't know, or you don't know their background. You know, it's real. It's something that's real. I thank God that I'm here to tell my story today, because leave it to someone else, Sister Girl would have been 6 feet under. But I thank God that I am here. Um, and I don't know what's up with the people that say they for God. You got to really watch that, because the people of God will not help you. The people of God that I went to, they didn't help me. They just continued to want me to give, and they saw that how I was crying and screaming. I didn't understand what all that was, but I soon later found out what it was, and I thank God that I'm still here, that to tell about it, to tell the story of, you have to take care of yourself. You can't go off of what other people tell you. Oh yeah, get married. And even sometimes you gotta trust and trust in your heart. Your heart is deceitful, because I didn't ask nobody should I get married. It was a checklist that I had, and I talked to God about it. God allowed it. And it was for me to learn. It was the biggest learning lesson of my life. It was the biggest learning lesson of my life. And I had children that come out of that. And my son, he doesn't talk to me, but my daughters, they do. And I thank God. And I think that's only because they're in their own relationships, so they can see it. It's so amazing. I just thank God that I'm still here to tell my testimony and my story. Just because they older don't mean that they got your best interest at heart. Or just because, you think you see a person. I was so wrong. I thought that everybody believed. Everybody don't believe. So that's why I say the beloved children of God. Everybody is not a child of God, and they don't want to be. They don't care to be a child of God. So guess what? If they don't care, you don't care to be. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the beloved children of God. We gonna have to go through some stuff, but trust me, God's gonna deliver us if we just hold on. And that's what I'm doing. I'm holding on, and I know help is on the way. Help is on the way. I'm not gonna have to do this by myself all the time. Do you know this is my second chance at life? My children are grown and gone. I got grandbabies. I am a grandmother of 5. And then God has allowed me to be able to be at home and to make beautiful things like this. So now I just gotta make the back porch. So this one on, make another one like this, make these two match, and then I'm gonna sew a string on. I just came across the back. It's a corset, and then I gotta finish the skirt too. It was gonna be so pretty. I finished my dress hanging right there, and this is for my daughter. She wanted a corset. Um, but now, and after I'm gonna make her corset, I think I want to make me some. Oh my god! I think I am gonna start making them, and then just make the tops a little different. Um, and it's just all by trial and error too. There's no pattern, no rhyme or reason how I do this or anything. I just get here and I just go for what I know. Um, I did think that I would start writing out the pattern, the steps that I took. I will start doing that right now, because like for this corset, there was no certain pattern that I used. I just got it out of my head. I counted what I needed to count and went from there. And I didn't even get my daughter's measurements, but I told her she just gonna have to try it and see. But I did kind of, I measured me, and me and her kind of were the same size. So I measured me, and then I put a little extra to it, because Sister Girl, yes, got a little bit of extra. Mom ain't blessed like that. But maybe if I keep up, I will be. But anyhow, yes, I'm making it for her. Um, and I'm just talking here. I feel good every day. I'm feeling lighter and lighter. I'm feeling better and better. But sometimes I do feel like a tug. Like somebody is calling me back or calling my name. No, don't call my name. Don't call me back. I don't need to go backwards. It is what it is. Things happen. We got I applied for divorce, and when we got divorced, I never talked to him ever again. I see him at my daughter's house, high and by. That's about it. That's all I get. After 25 years of me raising your kids and taking care of you, you act like I don't know what he act like. The next best thing since sliced bread or the cat got his tongue. It's okay. The cat, the dog, the birds, whoever can have your tongue. But God don't care. Because guess what? I am free. I am light. I'm so happy that I don't ever have to go through that ever again. I know what the signs look like. I know what manipulation looks like. I'm not going to be with no one who can't talk um, for whatever reason. And then if your family is pushing baskets of stolen goods out of the store, I don't want to talk to you either. That's who you hang around. If you're drinking all day or you're drinking more than 2 drinks in it every day, I don't want to talk to you either. Nothing wrong with it. You go do what you do, boo. I just can't deal with it. I just can't deal with it. I don't want to be a scapegoat for nobody anymore. I did say before, okay, I'll take the heat. Say it was me. I don't want to have to go through that anymore. I don't want to nobody have to take the heat. If there's gonna be any heat, let it go. You know, we don't believe the same. That's how. Oh, for real, y'all. We was having mixed signals sent in between us because just because we smiled at each other, don't mean that we knew how to talk each other's language. He was going down one side of the street and I was going down the other, and we smiled at each other. Once we passed each other, we smiled and waved, but that's all that should have been. That should have stayed just like that because he talked another language than I talked. His family talked another language. It's like when you go to New York, somebody bump into you. I seen on a movie this man, he bumped into this other man in New York, and when he bumped into the man, he has pickpocketed him. Took his wallet. When a man went to the store to go buy something, he realized that his wallet was gone. He thought back, like, where could I have lost my wallet at? It was when the man had bumped him and pickpocketed him, and he started laughing. And they couldn't understand why he was laughing, but that's how I feel like, I thought I was in heaven on cloud nine, marrying this man who's 7 years older than me. And he ain't got no kids. He working, and he got his own car. I thought I was done hit something. He got an apartment. I thought I had won $1,000,000. I didn't know that this man was gonna try to off me. But thanks be unto God. Thanks be unto God. Thanks be unto God. People can take your vitality. I'm on a walker now. I'm on a walker, needless to say, and I can't work a full-time job. But I'm still here. I thank God I'm still here. I would never, ever want to hurt someone. I would want to tell you guys the truth before I tell you a lie or try to hurt anyone. Do you know that we serve a mighty God? And I thought we all believe. And God said, I was praying to God one day and I said, God, what is wrong? What is happening? Why, what, I couldn't understand. I was so perplexed. through the whole relationship. I was just always, why is this happening? Why is that happening? Why do he want me? He did tell me I want somebody that's gonna take care of me. I was only 18 taking care of a man that was 27 years old. I didn't know. We'll go out to the restaurant and he want me to pay the waiter, put the money in the waiter's hand. And I'm like, no, this is backwards. But by that time, unfortunately,
Hello, Moto.
why is she calling me?